First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Detroit Lions. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. A man who was the Georgia State High School Player of the Year in 2020. Here's Jahmyr Gibbs. He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. Second down. You look at this Raiders defense. Into this game, they're ranked number 22 in the NFL against the pass, Charles.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make, because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll or chip away at their timing.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Off to St. Brown for the Detroit first down.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he is going to lose yardage here. That really sets him back. A loss of 6.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. Another run for Gibbs here. That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Off play action. Here's Goff. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical that it'd be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. There's Goff. St. Brown making the catch on the out route. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Looking to put a drive together.
Ready? 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
They'll run for the first time with Ashton Jeanty. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. You talk about this Lions defense. They come into this one 9th in the NFL against the run.
I still crack up a little bit after we left our meeting with the defensive coordinator because I said to you, stop me if you've heard this before. How about him saying, well, first order of business, we got to stop the run. Of course you do. He's got a good unit, but facing the #1 rushing team, they have.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really,
Jameson Williams, 61 yards. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The extra point splits the uprights. And that'll make the score 14-0.
14. Raiders, nothing.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. They go play action. Daniels. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
how about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll run straight ahead with Jeanty. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
Tough spot here, 3rd down and 11. Daniels looking to throw. Look in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
At the 39-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Jeanty. And he stopped immediately there. A tackle there by Malcolm Rodriguez. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Working out of the gun, Daniels. Got his man, it's Thornton. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a 1st down.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Shedding through the defense. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
And from the 42 now, here's 2nd and 2.
Ready?
On the zone read to give to Jeanty. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
19, 18.
To throw is Daniels. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Ready.
Throwing now is Daniels. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And for right side here, complete. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Up the middle, it's Jeanty. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Daniels going to keep it. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
I could spin this negatively as he just got back to the line of scrimmage, but when you really analyze it, he took away a big play for the defense, made it an uneventful run because he avoided a sack and didn't lose yardage.
Throw left side complete. That's Thornton. Touchdown Raiders. Dante Thornton, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders have cut it back within a score. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a very solid return out across the 45-yard line before going out of bounds.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. 1 play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 7. Quick toss by Goff is complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. From the gun, here's Goff. That one out wide and intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
They'll get this out to Genty. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. From the 48-yard line, here's the 2nd and 9. Here's Daniels. And it's complete to Mitchell. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 34-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
At the 34-yard line.
On the give, Genty. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now it's 2nd and 10. To the air goes Daniels. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And this is scooped up by the Lions. The big fella. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
The toss out right to Gibbs. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions go up by 2 touchdowns. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
He's going to air one out. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. offense on third down? They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now Daniels. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
Super. Cut.
From the gun, Gibbs will get it. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7.
Cut. Black 20. Cut.
They'll go again with Gibbs. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Lions take a 3-touchdown lead.
The touchdown was scored by the runner, but the offensive line, they feel like it's theirs. They blocked that one up perfectly, allowed him easy access to the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Daniels. That's complete. It's Ashton Jeanty. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Daniels. Completes this one to Thornton. 20, 10, and he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A big play that time on the catch and run. 34 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
They'll look to throw again. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
But Brandon, we see why it's a team game there because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open, just a split second too late on the release. A run out of the gun with Gilty. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Six plays got him down here. This is play number 7, 3rd and goal.
Cowboy 80.
Looking to throw. Daniels. He'll try and do this himself. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Brock Bowers, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
23-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room. This will wind up a loss on the play, and that will bring up 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Out of the gun, Goff. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
At the 50-yard line.
From the 50, it's Goff. He's got it complete to Gibbs. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
14.
Gone. He'll try and do this himself. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this 3rd quarter of action. Nifty move. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And it'll end there as he goes out of bounds, but a heck of a return all the way inside the opposite 40.
And while we weren't quite there yet, you had to start to wonder if there's going to be any life left in this team. And that big return, that could be the exact spark to get them right back into this game.
Short throw caught by Bowers. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. And the Raiders are going to get a new set of downs. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now a handoff to Genty. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Well, it's not time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Here's second and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
Get it. Cougar night. Ready.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a third down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. Now Daniel's going to keep it. Now throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on fourth and goal. Daniel's going to throw for it. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Dante Thornton with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Raiders take the chance on fourth and goal, and it pays off with 6. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
We go tonight. 180.
Now gone. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole, third and long.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
How to approach this. Third down and 16 yards to go. A shotgun snap for Goff. That is caught. And he's going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Second and 2.
What's up?
Hand off to Gibbs, headed right here. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Second into his prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. This to Laporta, right side. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and a couple.
We go.
Here's Goff. And it's incomplete.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football in the places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Now it's Goff. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Goff and Williams hooking up there for a Lions first. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in a shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now it's Goff off the bootleg. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And the Raiders pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to go to the positive side this time. Yeah, there was a fumble at the end of this one, but what a sustained drive. And if they keep stringing those together, you got to like their chances.
And credit the defense, though. You're out there for that long, you start to get tired, but they were able to get the turnover.
Did you just credit the defense?
I like to credit the defense and the offense.
I like you.
And the analysts.
That's perfect.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And they take over in a precarious spot here, albeit after forcing the fumble at the goal line. This is safety territory as they start from their own 1. And he takes a pop at the end of that one. It'll be a gain of about 4.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area. And after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
4 receivers to keep tabs on here. 3 of them to the right side on 2nd and 5.
19 Chargers, 19 Chargers, 79 Broncos, Cougar 19.
Daniels looking to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Following the play here, now we've got an injury. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
To throw is Daniels. And that's incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. 3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. A give out of the gun to Genty. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This offense so far on third down, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Throwing now is Daniels. Short throw caught by Bowers. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. What a throw right there for the first down. He has taken some real punishment in this game, but still standing in the pocket, completing that one.
He's a flat-out warrior. There's no question about that. How about him stepping up into the teeth of the rush and delivering there for that big strike and that big pickup?
On the give, Jeanty. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Ready. 60 Eagles. Go.
Back to throw. Daniels. Short throw caught by Bowers. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
And as you saw right there, this is a guy with pretty good speed for a tight end. Nice job there, catching the short throw and turning it upfield. He can also be a weapon downfield as well.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. A run. It's Jeanty. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
Now 2nd and 9.
Ready. 18 Cardinal. 18.
Working out of the gun, Daniels. They'll get this out to Jeanty. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
60 Bison. 60 Bison. 60
And now an
Bison.
audible here into something else.
Ready.
Here's Daniels. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Raiders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. It'll go as nearly a loss of 10 on 1st and goal. So a disaster there. It goes as a 9-yard loss on the sack.
Okay, ready.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
60 Cougar 19.
To the air goes Daniels. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Boy, took a real chance with that one, but it's incomplete.
Boy, that was lockdown coverage there. He's scanning for someone to come open. But that was great work to blanket everyone. And in the end, he's just got to throw it away.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Now Daniels. He'll find Jeanty out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That time 12 yards on the pass play, but still shy of where they needed to go. 4th and goal.
Well, there certainly was a lot going on that play. Every option in the end zone covered. No place to go with the ball. Had to swing it out to the back. A good job running and getting him tackled in the open field.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Dante Thornton from 3 yards out. And the Raiders drive the entire length of the field, 99 yards for the score. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away.
The Lions take over first and 10. At their own 35-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. And he is going to lose yardage here. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
First down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. The 4-3 defense there did its job, funneled things right to the middle linebacker.
If they do a nice job of playing team defense, everyone takes care of their responsibilities. That allows that guy in the middle to do his job, which is search and destroy.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Here's Goff. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
They'll come to the line now on a 3rd and 6.
Shot. White. Orange.
Goff now to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Rashawn Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback. Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think as Micro, the head coach, has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. That's caught by Thornton.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
I think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
A gain of 3 yards. And the Las Vegas first down. First and 10 at the 30.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Well, we all know possessions are crucial in a tie game. And let's face it, I really didn't need to tell you that. You already knew it. So when he sees he's got nothing good going, an excellent decision to just send that one to the sideline.
They'll try again here. Second and 10. They'll throw with Penix. And he'll have a first down, but a great tackle there keeps him from getting to the boundary. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
First down, Raiders.
2 timeouts still in their back pocket. It's first and 10. Penix to the air once more. Short throw caught by Bowers. And he will get out of bounds here to stop the clock, but not a huge pickup there. 6, maybe 7.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
On the ground, it's Genty. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
This is first and 10. Looking to throw, Penix. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll just get rid of it. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go, just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
Here's second down. They'll run with Genty. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. And here in overtime, a quick reminder, the game no longer ends following an offensive touchdown on the opening drive. Both sides will have the chance to possess the ball unless there's a defensive touchdown. In that case, the game will end right there. So the Lions now, they'll get the first crack at things here in overtime as we are back underway. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And you think back to halftime, they had the big lead. They were in control of this game. They ultimately lost the lead. But right now, with the ball in overtime, a chance to get out in front and force your opponent to play from behind with a good drive here. Not laying back defensively. They blitzed right there first play in OT.
The game's changed a bit, hasn't it? I'm telling you, when we were kids, most of the time you'd lay back, not necessarily prevent defense, but you'd want everything in front of you and hope that the offense made a mistake. Now people aren't counting on that. They're going after him.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Well, if you're a fan of offensive football, this game is for you because this one's been much more like a tennis match than a football game. Back and forth, and there's another example right there of another big play in the passing game.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory. Down at the 33. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 88 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past it.
And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. They've had some success here in overtime with this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there and available to them.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in their red zone calls because those are the payoff ones. But you can't call a play if your team doesn't have the ball. Got to secure it.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Goff going to shift him around. Gibbs is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
Quick toss by Goff is complete. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
Whoa! Cut! White 20! Listen. Attack!
Goff. That is caught. Touchdown. They strike first here in overtime. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Their own 26-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Now a first throw here in overtime. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Keeping the aggression going on defense in overtime here, a first down blitz.
You know you can get burned on it big time if they pick it up. But in this situation, they brought the blitz, put some pressure on the QB, and he wasn't able to complete a pass downfield.
2nd and 10. Now Penix. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a first down.
First down, Raiders.
To the air, Penix. That's complete. Genty out of the backfield. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Offensively, back-to-back, really nice plays. This defense had got 2 timeouts. Maybe should burn one.
Yeah, when you get back-to-back explosive plays, to me, anything over 10 yards, I don't care if it's a run or a pass, I count it as an explosive play. That sets your defense back on its heels. A timeout here would be a good idea and try and get themselves settled because we're in OT. This is big time.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. To throw again is Penix. Slant route, and he finds Thornton. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Penix working out of the gun here. That is caught downfield. It's Besh. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Now it's Genty. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. It's a 7-yard touchdown run. And that touchdown's going to put him in double digits now for the year. It's his 10th rushing touchdown of the campaign. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
The Raiders will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Now the Raider offense will stay out there as they'll line up to go for 2.
70 Lion.
They'll try and throw with Penix. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. So they elect to pass there on the two-point try. Sometimes could prove risky. There it worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
So this one, a victory for the Raiders. So for the Raiders, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Detroit, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone, from Ford Field.